let's go ahead and let Crappy walk our way over to see what we have coming for you. Ooh, very nice. Double Ghost creator there. I like him. He's a good guy. Well, everybody, our GM for today is, again, one of the newer players that we have. Not one of the newer players, one of the newer GMs. I love having them here. Oh my gosh, Arrowmine, thank you for the gift subs. That is so helpful. Throw your hands up in the air for Seth Highwind. Yes, first year, but I believe this is the second or third game that he has given out for us during this tournament. I'm really excited to see what beauty we have here. Is it beauty? Is it grace? I'm gonna mess up your face? Let me see. Yeah, thank you so much. And Time Stalker. Time Stalker is one of our GMs as well. Good to see that you ended up with one of those gifts up. Oh, Seth, hello there.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, I'm just trying to think. You're new this year as a GM. Is this your second or third game that you've given out?
This will be my second game to give out.
Ooh, okay. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm also really excited to show this. I legit had no idea you've never heard of this game before,
Okay,
so that has me excited.
No, I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, I actually assumed that it was the same as another game that just has the first word switched for a different word. But no, they're absolutely completely different.
Oh, yeah, they are. The first game and its sequel are leaps and bounds different from one another.
Well, no, I was thinking of a Pink Panther game.
Ah, actually, that one I've seen before, but I've actually never physically played it.
I have. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. However, the game that's coming today, has nothing to do with the Pink Panther. Literally nothing. Other than they both go to Hollywood.
Yes, we are definitely going into the land of the stars today with one of our, own beloved stars, though forgotten stars, because actually I can't think of anyone who still remembers this mascot, to be honest.
Everybody from the 90s remembers, okay? There's no way to forget. It's impossible.
It's really, really impossible.
It's not Heathcliff. No,
Heathcliff is like best cat.
What do we have today?
We're going to be joining everyone's favorite 7-Up mascot, Spot, as he goes to the wonderful world of Hollywood.
Yeah, I actually really like that there were a lot of games in the 90s that were like, oh my gosh, let's go ahead and make movie-themed stuff about Hollywood, and nothing ended up being like Hollywood at all.
No. It was definitely like a trope, like during especially the 90s, to have like different mascot characters or like television characters, just random games. Like, you know what? I got a great idea. Let's put them in Hollywood and see what happens. Because I think even like the Tiny Toons got in on it, but that wasn't until like the PlayStation, I think, is when like the Tiny Toons had their Hollywood video game.
They did have one on the Super Nintendo. I played it as a kid. Not only that, but like Tiny Toons, the whole premise of the show is that they're in Hollywood, at the Warner Brothers Studios. So it's a fascinating trope that I'm not sure it's the best trope in the world, but at the same time, it gave an excuse to have tons of different genres in a single video game. If you ever cared about actually having like a plot, why do you need a plot for a Cool Spot game? You don't.
I mean, all people remember of Cool Spot was the super, super sweet of him just, surfing on a 7-Up bottle out in the ocean.
Whee!
Which I actually really appreciate. That's how the first Cool Spot game opened up, was just a 16-bit recreation of the commercial until it got into the platforming.
La. What the crap are these sounds? And how come I get... Oh my gosh, what is wrong with everything? Do you
Lemieux?
want... Okay, just a second. I'm just trying to figure out what is wrong with my everything that I'm trying to capture here. I think it's almost fixed now. It's just OBS is not wanting to cooperate today. It's wanting to be a big, giant patootie.
Oh, we love it when OBS does, you know, the things that OBS is supposed to do, but conveniently goes, you know what? Not today.
One of my
Just not feeling
favorite
it.
things was when OBS freaked out and was like, hey, you know what, Prosencha, how about we show 2 of your streams in the same window and just flicker back and forth between them for some reason?
Oh, no.
It was weird. Well, there we go. I think that we've got the game up for all of our players here. I see a cool spot. So cool. Absolutely radical.
Completely
Wow.
radical.
Yeah, some of these sounds are a little bit strange, though. I gotta be honest.
Oh, this is definitely like one of those games where it kind of attempts to use the Genesis sound chip, and some tracks are bangers, but a lot of it is very because that was like the biggest issue with doing anything on the Genesis was either you had a composer who knew how to use the Yamaha sound chip, or you had people who just didn't, which is why the Genesis has a track record of a lot of hit or miss music.
Well, yeah,
for the games.
someone made a sound system specifically to make it easier for people to make music. And that sound system is notorious for having the farts. So, yeah, a lot of lower budget games ended up having that. And it's not necessarily bad, per se. It's just... Laud, okay, is this where he starts, like, accidentally hurting himself? Oh, Law. I'm worried about tetanus from jumping on that nail, or the whatever it is. The chisel? Yeah.
But yeah, it was so interesting to see them just completely swap genres from your traditional side-scrolling platformer to this
This
isometric.
looks like Mario RPG, I gotta be honest. That's the biggest vibe that I got. Let me go ahead and do a quick hover over to make sure that everybody is in the right place. Captain Drake at the top left. We've got BV728 on the top right. We've got Wind Rider Shiva, the bottom left, and then finally Mifa on the bottom right. Everybody, there is a poll going on in chat. If you want to bet some of your ghost puppies, please do so now. They would definitely like to be put out of my hands and into yours. Okay. So, what emotes would be appropriate for people to spam? Because we're doing the countdown right now. Anything cool, obviously. Anything like super round spots.
It needs to be like super hip. If there's like sunglasses involved, even better, because you know our man Spot wears sunglasses. If you wear sunglasses, you are the epitome of cool.
Ah, yeah. Okay, there we go. We are off to a quick start with Mifa. And of course, I accidentally click on the window and drag it a little bit. Why wouldn't I? Everybody, welcome to It Is Sunday, and Cool Spot is making some really weird sounds. Actually, what's his name? Is it just Spot or is it Cool Spot?
I believe it's just Spot, but you know, dictating for all 90s mascots, if you put the word cool in front of it, it just adds that extra little bit of flavor and to really home the point that, yeah, this is one cool cat, despite being a round circle 7-Up logo, my dude.
Yeah. Oh, this music is really kind of good. Like, it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst.
There are definitely a lot of tracks in this game I really enjoy. The composition's really cool for like some of these pirate themed levels. And a lot of the music as they get to some of the later themes just continues to match perfectly as they go through the different worlds.
Okay. So it looks like this game was also released on the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation, although it seems like there really aren't any quote-unquote improvements from the Genesis version.
No, if I remember correctly, I think the Saturn and PlayStation versions actually give you, save slots instead of using a password system, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's fair. You could have used a save system on the Genesis as well, though. Come on.
I mean, they could have, but
it's not that hard.
Let's be real here. There were a lot of games, even if they did have the ability to, that said, you know what? Battery save? Nah, fam. Let's go with the old-fashioned password system.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So the main person who worked on the audio here, Keith Aram, he was also one of the executive directors for Metro Exodus, worked on Persona 4, Persona Q, Shadow of the Labyrinth. Persona 4 Dancing All Night was one of the producers for that, possibly for one of the ports that came out there. Designed one of the audio for Metal Arm's Glitch in the System. Worked as a programmer, specifically foreign translations, for The 11th Hour, which was the sequel to The Seventh Guest.
They're so...
How
I
about
love those games.
mocap direction for Saints Row the Third?
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
What?
And then he also did a lot of work on some of the Disgaea games, Darksiders, Shin Megami Tensei 4, did essentially talent direction, probably for the English dub, worked on Far Cry 4. Like, this guy is a legend, the main person who worked on the audio for this game.
That is a really impressive resume. Holy heck.
Yeah. Like, I'm looking through here, talent coordination for various Guitar Hero games, essentially probably was in charge of negotiating contracts so that they could use all of the music in the Guitar Hero games, which is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie, a lot of work.
No, like I got a chance to experience some of that back in film school, where for our final project, we could submit an edit of our film to our professors, and if we wanted to use any type of copyrighted material, we needed to actually go through the appropriate process of, contacting the people involved, usually the artists themselves, to get permission to use their artwork. So the story we did was almost like an Arabian Night style story.
Okay.
And throughout the entire process, in the back of my mind, I just had a lot of the music from Myst 5 into Vages in the back of my head. Because it has a very almost Arabian feel to it throughout the entire game.
Okay.
So I was actually able to get in contact of the original composer for the music to get permission to use in my student film. Which was really cool.
Oh, that's super cool. Yeah, I love when composers are like, you're making something for school? Heck yeah, go ahead and use my stuff. Honestly, you might be able to get away with it anyway when it comes to educational purposes, but still, getting permission is something that's really important to learn how to do. So apparently Aram only did the CD versions music. Then who did this versions? I'm looking and I cannot find credits yet. However, if the music is the same, apparently this music was Tommy Tallarico. Okay, I mean, he did Earthworm Jim. He did a lot of great music. Whatever your opinions are about him or whatever he has done, he definitely did some good music. So, question. The players are a little bit stuck in this deck, the lower deck here.
Yes, they are able to climb up the ropes. So what, Captain Drake just figured it out. So yeah, they need to basically climb on top of the ropes on the initial wall you fall down, and then you can climb back up out of the hole to continue on through the stage. Because ultimately, the overall goal for these stages that our competitors have to do, they have to track down a certain percentage of the red spots throughout the course. Once they get a certain amount, that then opens up the exit, and they can move on to the next stage. Okay. So especially for the lower decks, there are some instances where you do need to drop down into the shark-infested puddles.
You know what? I kind of love that.
I love it too.
Sharks in tiny little, like, ankle-deep puddles of water. It's
It
perfect.
just reminds me of like a lot of like the old like cartoon gags where a character would jump into like a kiddie pool and like a great white would jump out of it.
Yeah, those are always good. Well, it's just like, you know, somebody going and like shooting bullets into a phone. It's, you know, like it mentally makes a little bit of sense no matter how ridiculous it is. It's fantastic memes there. Okay, Windrider Shiva trying to climb. There we go. It looks like Mifa is through the first stage and has a password with some lovely ragtime. Yeah.
Yeah, due to the nature of this game, I am letting the competitors use passwords if they wish, just because once you lose all your lives, that's it. There are no continues to speak of in this game.
I mean, why would there be continues, you know?
That'd be a nice necessity, but it's just, why?
Honestly,
it's actually funny that they're doing these stages in order, because kind of similar to Mega Man, you can actually pick one of the 3 stages in the world, so you can kind of do these in any order you want to.
did you tell them a specific order?
Nope.
Okay, so essentially it's just most levels cleared.
Yeah, exactly.
How many levels are there in this game?
I know that there are about 3 levels per world, and I think there's about 4 levels all together. I need to double check my math on that one.
Okay, I do see ship deck, ship hull, yeah, various ship level. Okay, I don't know. I'm taking a look to see if I can find a manual. I did find a manual for the Saturn version, which may have some lore that's worth reading.
Yeah, I think there might be some lore to it, but I think it's just quite simply like, Spot gets a Hollywood contract. We're gonna put this boy in the movies. So, here you go, bud. Yeah, I think there's like 13 stages altogether. So, about 12 normal stages, and I think the final stage is like a quintessential, like almost boss fight, if you will.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking a look. They have a warning. Do they have a page specifically about lore? The Saturn version, let's see, start an option screen, what you'll see on the big screen, weapon, props. Let's get rolling the world map. I don't know if there is any lore to this. It just jumps into explaining how to play the game. Oh, here we go. Okay, it is for some reason halfway through the manual that we get lore.
Wait,
No,
wait,
JK,
halfway-
that's not actually lore. Fine, whatever.
You want a story, you don't get one. This is a 7-Up mascot in a platforming game. That's all you need, boy.
That's all you need. Like, basically, it's like you'll travel through 3 distinct film worlds plus 3 bonus areas if you can unlock them. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Yeah, it's just Spock goes to Hollywood. That's all the lore you need. You get this 7-Up mascot. He goes to Hollywood. That's your story. So, question. Yeah, it looks like there are the 3 main areas that the players can go through, and then 3 bonus worlds. How do you actually like? Is this game beatable?
It definitely is beatable. In terms of getting to the bonus worlds, you have to get 100% collection of spots. The real trick of this game is trying to master the isometricness of this game.
Okay.
Spot also has really no invincibility frames to speak of. So if you're having a difficult time with an enemy that can just lob attacks at you over and over again, your health is going to be drained to nothing real quick.
Like this weird underwater robot lobster thing that's throwing pearls or bubbles?
Yes, we'll just call him Captain Crab, because it rolls off the tongue and it sounds like a 90s villain. So
my name is Captain Crab. Yeah, let's see if the manual says anything about that specific area. There, pirate peril, okay, blah blah blah. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. No copyright issues here. There's much more hidden in this Davy Jones locker than 16 dead men and a bottle of rum. You're starting out your high seas adventure at the tail end of the swingingest, swashbucklingest pirate ship ever rigged for the high seas. It's your job to push forward to the front and battle the eight-legged sea monster. But be careful, you landlubber. There's a high seas battle going on as you push your way forward. Watch out for the backfiring cannons and keep your little red head from getting bonked by avoiding the incoming cannonballs. You can tell they're coming by the shadows on the deck and the incoming whistling sound. Be sure to push and pull around the various cargo items that are stowed on board. They may help you reach items that are out of reach or reveal secret rooms, areas, or levels. And remember to try all of those warp columns. Yeah.
All right, so I just learned a couple of things. A, I didn't know you could actually push and pull some of the objects in the ship hull.
Well, I'm not completely convinced you can, but yeah, it says you can.
And I'm also now morbidly curious what these warp columns are.
I don't know. There's something. Maybe there's something. Hard to say. What's... Okay, I keep hearing a sound effect, and I know the sound effect, but I can't remember what the sound effect is also in. The high-pitched squeak.
Oh, I think Eurocom used it in another one of their games? I legit can't think of it off the top of my head right now.
Okay. Let me go look. Eurocom, by the way, yeah, I can confirm that this is Tommy Tallarico. So if you want PlayStation music from the Ultimate Legend, Sega Saturn, possibly a PlayStation version, I'm really curious about how that sounds. Oh, Sword of Sedan. Did they make Sword of Sedan?
Let me double check. Think so?
I don't think they did, but, like, I recognize that sound effect from Sword of Sedan. Okay. By the way, it looks like Captain Drake is on World 2 right now. The question is, did Captain Drake beat World 1?
Yes, they did. They took down the questionable octopus thing?
Okay, okay. Let's see. I hate that I can recognize one of the generic sound effects in this game as a sound effect used in the Genesis version of Sword of Sedan. Let me see if there's somebody who worked on both of these. EA published Sword of Sedan, so there very likely were some shared resources between the two. And this was released significantly after Sword of Sedan in 1990. They were probably like, it's been long enough, nobody is gonna recognize this. 5 years.
Didn't realize that Sword of Sedan was also on the Amiga. Huh.
It's very much an Amiga game, and I'd actually say that it's better on Amiga. You can actually ride a very ugly bird or something. Like, very ugly.
Yeah, no, there's a beautiful screenshot of this bird with a ponytail.
It's
on
so
the wiki page.
Okay, let me see if I can find this very ugly bird.
What is with that?
It's hideous. It is possibly the most hideous creature that has ever been a mount in a video game, and I'm not even kidding. Thank you, EA, for allowing us to have Sword of Sedan in our lives. Okay, I'll save it. Let me put it up on screen here. So it looks like Mifa is having to either start over or load a save. Here you go. You like that bird, everybody? You like it? That's the highest resolution image I could find because nobody wants to take a picture of this ugly thing. It is hideous.
Is that like wearing like a bandana of sorts around its neck?
think so. Or a shirt. I think it's a shirt and it's like chicken arm sticks out. I hate it.
I words can't just really describe what I'm seeing with that burb. It's just there.
Like, it belongs in weird dreams. It doesn't belong in a fantasy game. I gotta say.
Crappy barding. Honestly, yeah, I would love to see Square make that barding for 14. My Chocobo would look great in it.
Oh my gosh, Justin got me a burrito. This is the best game ever. I'm gonna go ahead and say the quality of the game. Ooh, and an Arnold Palmer. Yeah.
Ooh. Fancy.
Yeah, it's the sugar-free, I think. No. However, what's up with this specific Arnold Palmer? It's very lopsided.
It's a lopsided.
The bottom is not fully it's a little bit dented. So I'm gonna have to be careful and not pour Arnold Palmer over everything. Okay, he's a good golfer, but he's not gonna be a good golfer if he spills. Anyways, we've got a very important match going on here. Captain Drake appears to have made the most progress so far. Progress is being judged based off of
level completion at this point.
Yeah, based off of level completion, and it's pretty clear that Captain Drake is in the lead at this point. The other players, though, you know, they've been trying to get through at the first area here, the captain ship. Honestly, I think it makes sense to just go with the first level and then move on to the second, then move on to the third. Easier for you to keep track of as a player. Easier for the commentators to keep track of. And, oh, it looks like Mifa is through onto the ship Hold.
Yeah, it's where,
I hate this. Okay. I liked the music. It's starting to get a little old for me.
It's starting to grate.
A little bit, like, not too bad. Ooh, thank you, Justin. Justin is giving me a lot of salsa. No, that's too much salsa.
There's no such thing as too much salsa.
I've got 5 How do I put 5? No, it's going to be more salsa than burrito if I use all of these. This is not okay. Stop it. Stop it. There's still more. Why are you giving me more? No.
Keep it up.
There's more. Like, I swear, by volume, I literally have more salsa than burrito here. This is ridiculous. I don't... Justin, I am intimidated by this salsa. Not okay.
Justin, I appreciate the amount of salsa you are giving bro at the moment.
Apparently Seth Highwind appreciates the salsa. Yeah, that's a lot of... They use 3 wrappers on the burritos as well. I don't know, maybe they were just like... They're like, we gotta get rid of all of these extra things before the end of the month. Give him all the salsa.
What's that? It's the end of July. Oh man, we gotta empty out our salsa supply. Guess this one order's getting everything.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm almost done with my salsa panic attack, and I'm able to breathe again. That is an intimidating amount of salsa. I'm done.
I'm about to say, do they have an equally amount of intimidating napkins to go with the amount of salsa you now have?
I don't know if they gave any napkins. Oh, like a very dinky amount, and they're the crappiest napkins as well.
Oh, no.
They gave us 4 napkins that, you know, you can absorb like 1 drip of water with an entire napkin.
You can basically just take like an eye dripper, you drip 1 bit of water, and the entire napkin just immediately rips from the amount of liquid.
It explodes, actually. Like, so, yeah, it's not good. Okay. Anyways, I'm desperately trying to find if anybody who worked on this worked on sort of sedan so that I can see where the crossover happened.
think right now, I know that Captain's currently in lead. I want to say, I want to say it was Mifa in second, Shiva in third, BV in fourth. I'm gonna need to go back and double check who got to stage 2, because that's kind of where the other 3 are at the moment.
Yeah, you're probably right. Wow. Okay. I have equal amounts of love and hate for the music here. It's, at least it doesn't repeat super often. It lasts for a long time. It's atmospheric. It works for the area. It's fine. People are pointing out that the person who made the sound for the game here has been known to use stock sound effects for, like, from various CDs in games. So it's very likely that the sound effects were just taken from one of those CDs.
Yeah.
That's okay, everybody. You know what? I actually fully support that. Go ahead and use stock sound effects when you're making games. Maybe, like, if you're making a AAA game, you know, maybe you should use more original stuff. But even then, like, how many times have we heard the Wilhelm scream? Every single time I hear it, I laugh. And I'm like, this is now my favorite piece of media because I love the Wilhelm scream. It's so good.
It's one of those sound effects that just, you think you'll get tired of it, but you never do.
Never.
It's just classic that you almost expect to hear it when, like, every single time someone, like, just goes off a big edge.
I do love how much certain shows try to mask that it's the Wilhelm scream, like make it quiet enough that it's almost completely covered up so that all you can hear is a little bit of screaming, like, but behind the music. But if you listen closely, you're like, oh, that's the Wilhelm scream. They tried.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
All right, so Shiva is definitely now on level 3, which is the underwater level, which combines the isometric platforming with also having to judge your depth, since they also put an absorbent amount of height within the stage 2. Your health gauge also turns into an oxygen tank, in which it does deplete over time, and if you take hits, it depletes even faster.
Ooh, okay.
There are thankfully good. No, it's not. There are like sonic air bubbles located within the stage that you can kind of camp out at to get your health back up to full. But if the enemies give you a hard time, like, your health can drain ridiculously fast on this underwater stage.
Oh, by the way, I recall people are talking about stock sound effects. One of my favorite stock sound effects is the imp. There's an imp sound in Doom/Doom 2 that if you watch the movie The Prince of Egypt, that's right, the Bible movie, the camel in The Prince of Egypt makes the same sound as the imp from Doom. And it makes me laugh so much. And I'm like, most of the people watching this Bible movie probably don't know that this sound effect is from Doom. Gotta be honest.
I'm gonna have to watch this again now just to hear that sound effect.
Yeah, I think it might be the imp dying sound effect. Works for camels.
That's because when I think of camels,
yeah,
I think of imps being shot in Doom.
I mean, to be fair, you know, you gotta find something that sounds a little organic. Might as well use a camel. Captain Drake jumps. By the way, the manual, I want you to know, actually recommends that you do blind jumps into nothing. Yeah, tips and hints from the development team. Here's the first one. Forget the expression, look before you leap. There are secrets everywhere.
No.
So, yeah, the first tip is jump into pits.
The first tip is literally just, that's right, blind leaps of faith are a thing in this game. Get used to it.
Get used to it, everybody. Wait, when you fall and take fall damage, do you actually leak 7-Up on the floor?
That's going into a debate about what is
Spot made of 7-Up? Oh, I am Bigfoot's Ghost. Thank you for the raid. Come and join. Apparently, Cool Spot bleeds.
Cool Spot bleeds
7-Up. And I'm very concerned about that.
Oh my goodness. See, I thought for the longest time, like, before I was able to put 2 and 2 together, that spot was meant to represent, like, the 7-Up spot. I always thought it was just, like, another advertisement for, like, sprees or chewy sprees. So anytime I would rent this game from Blockbuster, I had my dad always stop by, like, the local, like, Chevron convenience store so I could pick up a pack of chewy sprees.
Yeah.
So I could enjoy sprees while playing this game.
By the way, it looks like Wind Rider Shiva and Mifa are on the same swimming area. Wind Rider Shiva has been here, I think, a little bit longer.
Yeah, so Mifa is definitely in third now.
Yeah, I believe so. BV is struggling the most at this point, but not a big deal, you know? Welcome to cool... I keep trying to say Cool Spot, and it's not Cool Spot. Welcome to Mascot Platformers.
Welcome to Mascot Platformers in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, it also says that not all secret rooms contain good items, but the greater the risk, the greater the reward. You actually lied in either the first part or the second part, because not all secret rooms contain good items.
I love this basically just implying that some of the special rooms you can find might just end up killing you.
Yeah, what the hey?
I don't know, at least it's not like... As much as I enjoy Star Tropics, it definitely isn't fun when you're trying to explore a dungeon and you just find one of, like, the developer booby trap rooms that just instantly kills you the second you advance the screen.
I mean, heck, that happens in Gordo 106, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's literally just a room that you can get to, and then fire rains down from the ceiling and burns your monkey alive. Yeah, that's right, the developers did that.
I know the developers did the exact same thing for the NES Dirty Harry game.
I love it.
It's like one of, like, the random, like, apartment rooms you can go into. Like, I think in the first stage, like, the door locks behind you. There's a message in graffiti that just says "ha ha," and there's no way out of the room unless you reset your system.
Well, I mean, Justin's found out about some of these traps in La Mulana, and let me just tell you, there are a lot of those. Yeah, like, I think it was last night Justin was talking to me about how he had played the game a lot yesterday and made about 20 minutes worth of progress the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
He was very upset.
Honestly feels like me recently when I finally got around to playing the extra vision from the first Klonoa game, which I'd never touched until recently. And it is just like probably some of the hardest bits of platforming I never thought would ever exist in a cutesy game like Klonoa, where it just tests your ability to air juggle moves over pits of instant death.
That's fun. I actually really like when games throw extremely difficult situations at you. If they're optional, if you don't necessarily have to do them in order to make progress. Yeah. BV, by the way, sees some items that he really wants to get, but is not able to because they're underneath the...
they're underneath the stairs.
Yeah. Justin, by the way, has shown me this Coke that he got that is space flavored. What does that even mean?
Wait, is that the Coca-Cola Starlight?
Starlight, yeah. Space flavored? Let me taste this.
It's like the one like recent Coke flavor I have not heard that many good things about, unfortunately.
I know hate it.
Like, I know that's like on my list of like sodas I'd like to try because I love trying out new soda flavors. There's something really cool about seeing like creativity from soda companies whenever they try new things, or better yet, bring back old ones. Anyone is working at Pepsi, I implore you, please bring back Crystal Pepsi right here, right now.
Never
I would much
happening.
appreciated it.
It's never happening. I'm sorry. Captain Drake, by the way, is currently fighting a pumpkin, so that's cool. And it looks like Mifa moving on to the haunted house, which I believe is where Captain Drake is. That is second place for Mifa now. Wind Rider Shiva has been stuck a little bit in this ocean area, which can't really blame, but it looks like we're to the boss fight. Maybe Wind Rider Shiva will be able to beat the boss this time.
And looks like Drake just finished off the evil pumpkin head, so they're off to the next world, which I think is like Indiana Jones themed, if I remember correctly.
Oh, wow. Seriously? Captain Drake,
so,
you are just doing so well. Seriously.
Yep.
Okay,
Sweet.
Wind Rider Shiva trying to murder this thing. And unfortunately dies. And gets a game over. Wait, if you get a game over, it just shoots you back to the title screen immediately? That is rude.
There is no game over screen. It's just a, oh yeah, that happened. Cool.
You're dead. Enjoy.
Oh no, Scorpions. I'm getting flashbacks to the first game I gave out.
Oh no. Okay, Wind Rider Shiva, though, using the password in order to get back into the game. That's good.
I guess that just needs to be my shtick for this, for Kuso, is just I need to find games that have, like, Indiana Jones references in them. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Drake is just putting on, like, a massive, like, masterclass in this game.
Yeah, I don't believe I really know Captain Drake myself, and it's just very impressive how he's doing here. Captain Drake did receive a lot of votes in the Twitch chat, though, for being the victor this year. So, like, some people know something that I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And apparently it's that Captain Drake is going to be awesome during this match.
Yeah, I do. Like, his ability on the third haunted house stage, where there's a lot of like the intense isometric platforming around like the base of the towers of the castle, was just really, really impressive to watch.
Okay, yeah, and it looks like Mooware is saying that Captain Drake is a well-known mystery competitor, so anybody who spends a lot of time watching Mystery Tournament likely knows Captain Drake. I feel bad. I wish that I watched more, but at the same time, I have a hard time even watching any streams just because I get so distracted by everything going on. Yeah. And so that's more ignorance on my part, that Captain Drake is well known over there. But new to Kuso. With that said, Mystery Tournament has a lot of Kusog7ande as well. And so, yeah, a lot of the skills that are useful there are very useful here. Honestly, you know, knowing how to play a game well for the first time that you play it, the best thing to do is just play a whole bunch of different games. You know, you don't really expect to get an isometric platformer when you go into a tournament, but occasionally they do show up, and playing, you know, a few of them and learning the quirks for how to play at least one of them well really helps you translate skills over. Honestly, like learning one isometric platforming game and playing that well probably does a lot for learning how to play this. Maybe even more than playing a whole bunch of games a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Because, like, especially with a lot of the tricked isometric platformers is just trying to get used to just general movement, since it doesn't have a lot of the usual, oh, up is up, down is down. It's, no, you need to, like, figure out immediately, like, all right, cool, if I press right, will that take me up? Well, like, especially when the game camera changes depending on the level you're in. Like, the one nice thing about Spot Goes to Hollywood is all the levels are from the exact same angle. So the angle of attack doesn't change, which is good. So once you get a hold of the controls, you're able to quickly adjust to them. But I played many platforming isometric games where just the camera angle will change depending on the stage you're at, and everything you learned on the first one just gets tossed out the window.
So I do have to ask, does this game use, I'm going to refer to it as easy or hard isometric controls? And by easy, I mean up is straight up on the screen, down is straight down on the screen, or does it use up is up left / up right, one of those, and down is down left or down right? Which way does it work?
I want to say it's the first one.
Okay.
So it's definitely easier on the isometric control front.
There's some games
still...
that actually have the option for you to choose, and it's worth trying different styles to see what works best for you as a player. Oh, so D-pad up actually says move spot northwest, the upper left portion of your screen. So up is up left.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that is something that you definitely would want to play a game that has controls similar to this. You don't have to play it extensively, but get to the point where you can control at least a little bit using isometric controls, because if you don't, you're going to be spending the entire match just trying to get used to this. Whereas Captain Drake, I imagine, has played a whole bunch of different games and probably at least has a fairly good understanding of how the isometric controls here work. Prism Ranger is recommending rotate the controller 45 degrees. That could actually work as well if it helps your brain think better to move your controller a little bit like that. It doesn't really help mine. But I've also played a lot of isometric games. I'm a little bit more used to it.
Yeah, like I've tried doing that to like rotate the controller a certain way to like try to anticipate where my movement's going to be. But my brain just goes, yo, what are you doing? You're holding the controller wrong. Let me go ahead and reorientate everything again for you. And it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah,
it doesn't work for me.
There also is a control option in here, so there may be a way to change it from these complex controls to simple. The risk, though, is that there are a lot of these very slim platforms that if for some reason you are able to change to simple isometric controls, it makes walking on thin platforms extremely difficult. Whereas if because you'd have to hold two directions at the same time, up and right, in order to go upright. And it's not, let's say controllers are often not very precise.
I know this game has the ability to change like at least what the face buttons do, but I don't know if the Genesis version has the option to control movement direction.
Okay. I don't know. But yeah, I would say that if a game has some precision areas here, using default isometric controls, even if they're less intuitive, makes it a little bit easier, in my opinion. With that said, Wind Rider Shiva trying to kill this thing. I don't even know what this is. I forgot about this boss fight. What is it?
Oh, so Captain Drake is basically going up against a Legend of Zelda Wizbro. But it's the devil.
Oh,
it is literally the devil.
Oh my gosh, 7-Up killed Satan.
Worst part is you're also doing isometric platforming above a death pit while trying to avoid Satan's electricity. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love this.
You know, when I think of Indiana Jones and like ancient temples, Satan's the first enemy that comes to mind.
You know what? Look, they killed Satan in Doctor Who. You can kill Satan in Cool Spot. Or, no, Spot Goes to Hollywood. This is, after all, a Hollywood theme. This isn't real, okay? Cool Spot actually didn't go to hell. He only went to the set of hell in Hollywood. Although some people may argue that there is a spot for for the spot in hell, a spot in hell. Yeah.
So at this point, if we're going based off this, we know that Taco Bell wins the food war. If Spot kills Satan, does that mean 7-Up wins the drink wars?
How does Taco Bell win the food war?
You know, Demolition Man never really went over the food wars. It just, they won, so every restaurant location is Taco Bell.
Oh. Okay. It looks like Satan is in fact dead. What a video game. Okay, Under the Temple. But that's not even the final boss of the air. You think that Satan would be the final boss of any game, okay? As soon as you got Satan, who's harder than Satan?
A minecart, apparently.
Minecarts. Minecarts officially more evil than Satan.
That's actually I think that's the first time Drake has gotten a game over in this. Wow. So yeah, he's defeated Satan. Now he's got to tackle the minecart, a being worse than Satan himself.
Minecarts, yeah. Honestly, I think I'd rather fight Satan than ride in a minecart that's in any video game. I would die on a minecart instantly. At least I know what Satan's gimmicks are. Hey, I've got a contract here. All you have to do is not sign it. But if you do sign it, you become really powerful for a short amount of time. So, I mean, there are pluses and minuses. It depends. Are you doing a speed run in life, or are you like trying to go for like endurance?
Oh man. What is the one takeaway you've learned today from Cool Spot? Oh, I just watched a mascot just kill Satan, so got that going for me today.
True. Yeah, other people, it sounds like a lot of people in chat don't want to make the deal with Satan. The thing, like, if you can trick Satan, though, then you get powers and he doesn't take your soul. But you gotta be really crafty, okay? You gotta be clever.
Wouldn't a fiddle made of gold be heavy and sound terrible? Yeah. And what if we lose? We'll only get a slightly smaller silver fiddle, and I guess I'll have to just kill one of you.
I mean, I would at least be interested in hearing how it resonates. I mean, you're not... Wood probably does it a little bit better, but you'd get a very interesting, unique sound out of the metal.
Friends, thank you so much. I really need to rewatch that episode of Futurama now. I'm gonna have that stuck in my head for the rest of my day today.
People are saying I'm not smart enough to trick Satan. Oh, come on. Wow. I've got a master's degree. I must at least be a little smart.
I mean, I think with your extensive knowledge of, you know, bad, questionable gaming from the years of Kuso, I'm pretty sure there's a game in your library you could probably challenge Satan to that is so bad, Satan himself couldn't finish it.
I bet I could trick Satan into playing a lot. Like, actually, no, you usually play games with death in order to get your life back. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to win a few of those.
Especially if it's, you know, death from Bill and Ted.
Oh, yeah,
I think he'll be sad.
That death was not the best at fighting, let's be real. I'm pretty sure, like, if I challenged Death to play Athena, I'd win. Like, there's no question about it.
We discovered the previously unknown. Oh no, Discord, stop. Why are you hiding messages? Discover the previously unknown fourth fruit in SMT.
Oh, well, we are down to 15 minutes left. Cool Spot is not cool. He's just Spot. No, that's right. I don't know. I can't call him anything but Cool Spot because of the game. Captain Drink, took the wrong direction again. I wonder, like, I know Drake knows that that is a death area. I think it might just be very easy to accidentally go the wrong direction.
It's that, but there, like, also at the beginning of the minecart stage, there is a warning sign you can break that leads to a jump where you can collect 2 1-ups back to back to back, which is a jump you can make. So possibly they're thinking it might be a potential shortcut.
There we go. BV is through. Cool Munguous. I do not like that. It makes me think of Among Us. And honestly, if Cool Spot fights an Among Us in this game, it's gonna be kind of cool. Can you imagine? That's the final boss of Cool Spot Among Us.
I'm just now thinking,
yeah,
of like multiple colored Cool Spot mod for like Among Us, where everyone is just Spot.
Unfortunately, that jump that Captain Drake is doing, it looks like it's very easy to mess that up. Like, it feels like the height of the jump is related to how fast you're going rather than how long you hold jump in this. Because of that, it's very easy to miss some of these jumps. Like this one coming up for Captain Drake. Oh, never mind.
Sure, okay. Yeah, of course. This is exactly how minecarts work.
No! Cool Spot! Actually, yeah, can I make Death, like, give up on playing a game? I wonder, does Death have the same emotions as humans? Windrider Shiva is through Spotastic. We have all of the players beating the first area of the game. Heck yeah. Honestly, BV and Windrider Shiva are pretty darn close to each other now. Mifa currently in second, Captain Drake in third. I don't think Captain Drake is touchable at this point.
No,
although
at
this
this
minecart
point,
section is evil.
I really want to see what they're going to be able to do, because, yeah, this is a very evil minecart stage. But yeah, with about 12 minutes to go, Drake definitely has first. Mifa definitely has second. It's gonna be a race to see who can definitely get third or fourth, depending on if BV or Shiva can beat the first stage of
Windrider
Haunted
Shiva
Mansion.
has really figured out this puzzle here, pushing the pots in order to open up the doors. Just get them in the right location and sneak in. Although I think this is a secret area, not anywhere you necessarily have to go.
Well, there's a spot there, so it's definitely a recommended place to go.
What does the spot do?
So those are the collectibles you need to unlock the exit. So when the stage begins, it tells you need to collect an arbitrary amount for the exit to open.
Okay, so that is definitely helpful then.
Yeah, like it usually varies from like around like 60 to 70% of the spots collected. It just really depends on how many they've strewn about the level.
Wow.
Is that?
Wow. Yeah, this minecart section is just ludicrous. Ludicrous and evil, and like, I've seen a lot of minecart stages in video game history. And honestly, I'd say that this is maybe one of the crueler ones. Like, it gives you at least a little time to react, but it's not much.
No, you don't have a lot of time at all from the looks of it. And I thought the one in Indiana Jones's Great Adventures was bad.
There we go. Captain Drake is through. Okay. Let's see. The one in Smurfs Super Nintendo, that one is absolutely atrocious. The one in Cutthroat Island, I think, is possibly the worst, even though there are only 2 tracks. switching back and forth between them. You almost have no time to react to anything coming up. You have to memorize it. If you want any hope of getting through the minecart, you memorize it.
So Drake is now on the sci-fi stage where he's battling a Terminator spot holding a bazooka. I have not gotten this far in this game. I like the first I've gotten was definitely the Indiana Jones theme stages. The oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
I kind of love that they decide to rip off Terminator. That's great.
A lot of the Hollywood-based games can be very hit or miss. I just love the different themes they decide to go with. It's always a treat to see how like all the different Hollywood games differ from one another and like what movies they go based off of the genre they decide to pick. Because I don't think I've actually seen a Hollywood-based game go with Terminator for the sci-fi feel. Like it's usually we're gonna go full hard on Star Wars or Star Trek.
It's almost a lot of them end up doing more cartoony sci-fi than like real sci-fi. Yeah, you know, with ray guns and, you know, you go around and pew pew and gotta fly around in space, which is fine. It's good. It's just actually having a dystopia in a mascot video game doesn't happen very often. Then again, the haunted house is a dystopia. Like, look at this place. Couldn't even carpet the full floor. Just got holes.
You can tell this is a house
that have been worn out. You can tell this is a house, a well-loved house. Yeah.
Well-loved house. This is definitely something that the HOA went after them hard and they just gave up, and so did the HOA at one point.
You win, HOA, the house is yours, and then the HOA couldn't maintain it. So just sitting there abandoned.
I mean, when your interior decoration is, you know, human skulls on, you know, on bookshelves and breakable mirrors that lead to portals to other places.
You gotta understand, I've got 3 skulls sitting here looking at me on my desk. I love, like, crystal skulls. I love them. I honestly, like, if it didn't freak Justin out, I might one day, like, just go on some really spooky theme, like, shopping spree and buy all of this scary stuff, but I also, like, hate decorating.
I mean, the spooky season is upon us, so...
It is? It's August. No, it's not even August. It's still July. Oh, scary July, everybody. Woo! Watch out. The ghost of Benjamin Franklin is behind you. Whoa!
The ghost of Wilson from Castaway will attack you.
Why? Why is a volleyball attacking us? I don't get it. Why is Wilson attacking?
Because it's a vengeful spirit of summer, and we need something to market it.
Oh, okay.
Nah, it's for me, like, spooky season starts in September, but that's just due to my line of work. So,
what do you do? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, no, I work with theme parks, so we always get geared up for the Halloween season in like September instead of October. So for me, the spooky season starts early each year, and I'm always for it.
Yeah, that's actually really awesome. You know, I've never been to a theme park during spooky season, and I need to.
I always recommend it just because there's something very delightful about seeing a theme park during the day with like all the spooky stuff like out in full view, and it's just very contrasting to like the normal environment. And then watching like all of the daytime guests get kicked out of the park early. And then when it opens up for the night, just the amount of transformation when everything's lit up. You've got characters roaming the streets. A different soundtrack takes place.
Did you say characters?
Yes.
Okay, you purposefully did that. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, because that's at least where I am. That's what we call all of our actors for the Halloween season.
I love it. Absolutely. Do 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 do.
So Shivas, they made it into the spooky basement. BB still ahead of them because they made it to the basement first. And Nympha is still working on the pumpkin castle.
That's fair. No, I'm working on the pumpkin. Oh, yeah, it looks like Mifa killing some What do you even use to shoot? What's your projectile?
I'm just going to assume it's just
maybe bubbles from the carbonation.
Cool. Yeah, it's just balls of carbonation.
Carbo balls. Nope, not calling them that. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that idea. Okay. This music is too epic for the game. Okay, it is too epic. I feel like either I'm gonna go like, what could I be doing? I don't know.
Clearly, when this is over, you're gonna want to get a nice, refreshing 7-Up to wet your whistle.
Like, either I'm gonna go fly a spaceship somewhere, or I'm gonna, like, build an airport. Like, it's definitely one of those two things. Oh. Bam, 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 bam.
Missed anything? No, I did not. Look at that. That's a thing. Next game is one of those Japanese airport sims, isn't it?
I love the Super Nintendo airport sim games. Like, they are fun, legit. And I wanna play one again. It's been a long time.
I think in terms of like simulators that I absolutely adore, I still think my favorite simulator is the Denshide Go series from Taito.
Okay, why?
It just because it's literally translated as "Let's Go by Train," so it is a Japanese train system simulator.
Ooh.
Where you are conducting a train. The controllers, which you can find for like the N64, PlayStation, and Dreamcast, are just a lot of fun to actually have.
Okay.
But the game basically gives you a time bank, and you have to do a successful train route in order for you to get the maximum amount of points. But if you are like, every second you're late getting to your station, you lose 2 seconds off of your 30-second time bank. If you accidentally go over the speed limit, you get penalized. Your full-on like auto brake system activates, and you just lose so much amazing time.
What if you just go 3 times the speed limit and get there instantly?
They punish you for that. I tried that once. One of the trains you can drive is the bullet train, and I found a straight piece of track that I knew was gonna have no speed limit whatsoever. Put it all the way up to 5th gear and just saw how fast I could go in kilometers an hour. I think I got up to like 142 before the game decided to slam my brakes on. I got an animation of one of my passengers getting whiplash. And then so instantly just game over.
People died, and that's amazing. Everybody, I hit the hour right on. Yes, that is time. That is the end of the match. Throw your hands up in the air, do a little dance. Boogie boogie boo boo boo. Yeah, dance. You know what? Captain Drake won. Like, I think that is very clear. What were the other places that we had here?
Captain Drake was first, Mifa was second, BV was third, Shiva was fourth.
Yeah. Well, great. Yeah, how do you feel that the players did?
I think they all did really well. I'm actually happy that everyone got past stage 1. I'm just blown away by Drake, to be honest. I really wasn't expecting anyone to really make it past World 2. And the fact that Drake got all the way up to the sci-fi world is just wow.
Oh no, it looks like Captain Drake isn't able to come and chat. Aw, sad day. That's okay, Captain Drake. We love you anyway. I'll ask Mifa if Mifa, you took second. Wanna chat? You should tell the others, who came in third and fourth so that we have that documented here.
That is what I'm doing right now.
Well, sweet, yeah. Honestly, this game, I almost feel that the only reason this game is on Kusog7ande is because it's got the 7-Up mascot.
It's because it's a 7-Up mascot game. It's also just an isometric platformer, in my opinion, that can really mess with people's perception. This also kind of falls in the category of like a game that could be good, but there are several things holding it back from achieving.
Oh, yeah. I completely understand that. Hello there, Mifa. Welcome. And great job. It looks like you took second place from what we were seeing there. So great work there.
Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, no shame losing to Captain Drake because he destroyed this. Like, he was, I think, 2 worlds ahead of everybody else. It was nuts.
Yeah, Drake was like on world, like beginning, like at the end of World 3, while everyone else made it to. Oh yeah, no.
Everybody else was on the haunted house. He got through the haunted house, through the Indiana Jones levels, and on to Terminator, and almost beat those. Like,
holy moly!
Blew my mind. Seriously, the difference there.
Impressive, just impressive watching Drake just tear through this game. But how did you feel about this one, Mifa?
The controls are so weird. It's not how you think they would be.
Okay, explain to me what's weird about the controls.
Well, up is going. Oh, how is it? If you push up, you go up into the right. So if you want to go like,
or was it up
cardinal
left?
Direction. It's one of those weird cardinal directions for all that nonsense, and my brain just kept trying to mix them all together.
Yeah, we were actually talking quite a bit about that because I think that isometric platformers can really be difficult for people when they do not expect them. And if you haven't played like one extensively, then it's just going to be... that's going to be the struggle the entire time, not the game, the controls.
See, and Super Mario Brothers RPG did those controls a lot better, where this didn't.
Oh yeah, but that was Nintendo.
True enough. Just Nintendo. That was Square.
It was Square on Nintendo. Whatever. Shut up. Don't correct me. My stream. Oh, Mifa, yeah, you're completely right, though. Super Mario RPG did do that better. And it was very difficult for, whenever there's an isometric game that has sort of precision platforming, even Super Mario RPG ends up being a little bit difficult for me in some cases because some of the difficult jumping is just so difficult. So for this to not only have, Mario RPG, there were only a few sections where you had to do it well. This game, it's all the time, always. And I think that is one of the big differences there.
Especially with the stage you finished up on, where you have to go around the sections of the towers with the 1 pixel by 1 pixel wide platforms on a weird isometric slope. It's platforming in this game can be just challenging and brutal for no good rhyme or reason.
Yeah, so I agree with you, that this is extremely difficult to control for anyone who has not played isometric platformers extensively. Honestly, the only way to practice for a game like this is to go and learn 1 or 2 isometric games really, really well. And if you do that, then it sort of clicks a little bit more in your brain. But there's really no way to do that other than just grind out 1 or 2 games. And they're probably better games than this to grind out. But with that said, did you find any charm in this game at all?
I wasn't expecting a collectathon as we started, but once you start going and the different worlds, only seeing 2, hearing that there's an Indiana Jones level and a Terminator level, I kind of want to play more to see the other levels.
There's a surprising amount of variety, and honestly, all of the sound and music is pretty good. Like, I feel like there are much worse isometric platforms out there. Like, you could do worse. Yeah.
I know I definitely want to, like, play and see the Saturn and PlayStation version of this game, because I'm familiar with the Genesis version. I completely forgot about the Saturn and PlayStation ports. Like, I don't want to try those out, mostly from sound design.
Yeah, the person who worked on the sound for and the music for those versions worked on various Persona games, worked on, like, we were looking at the whole history of games that he worked on, did a lot of the voice recruitment for dubs that happened in English for a wide variety of games. I want to hear what they're like, because I have no clue. It's just an impressive resume for the people who worked on the PlayStation version. With that said, the gameplay is probably not any better.
Probably not.
No. Yeah, so Mifa, what do you think about 7-Up? Is that an acceptable version of lemon lime soda for you, or do you prefer Sprite?
Oh, it's a pretty good soda. I like it.
Okay.
Cool. Clip it. We got it. We're good. We got the admission.
There we go. We have the... Yeah, Mifa has admitted to liking 7-Up. I don't know. Too much sugar. Although, Diet 7-Up, Diet Sprite, I'll drink those. Those are fine.
Just means if, like, the
I like
PepsiCo...
Sprite better.
I'm just not a fan of... I can't say anything, because if we say something, we might anger the
You're
PepsiCo.
gonna get sued.
Yeah, exactly. So I need to be careful with what I say now.
No, that's okay. We speak the truth here in Kusog7ande, and simply put, Sprite is the superior soda. So too bad. Too bad. Oh no, people here like Sierra Mist. I don't even know who makes Sierra Mist. Isn't that like Dasani or something? Oh, it's Pepsi.
I believe it's Pepsi.
Wait, so they make 7-Up and they make that one? Sierra Mist?
Yeah.
What the crap? Pepsi, why are you competing with yourself? I don't know.
Some things we'll never understand.
However, the pomegranate 7-Up and cherry 7-Up, I would say that those are amazing. I recommend them. Pomegranate 7-Up is like the most divine thing in existence.
I'll have to try to find some.
Same,
yeah,
honestly.
It's usually around like the end of fall, beginning of winter that tends to pop up. I'm not sure if it's popping up anymore. Justin, is it gone now? Apparently, it has been gone for a while. Cranberry Cranberry Sprite, I think it's okay. It's okay, but pomegranate 7-Up was where it's at. Okay, 7-Up, demons, angels, I don't know what you are, but if you're watching this stream, bring the pomegranate out. I want it, okay?
Or, bring back DNL or Upside Down 7-Up, which was amazing.
What?
I don't remember that.
What the crap
Please
are you
tell me
talking about?
There was a period of time that 7-Up like did a different soda that they just called it DNL or like Upside Down 7-Up, which was amazing. Probably like the best 7-Up drink I've had.
Really? Okay, that's special.
I can see the logo in my head, but I don't remember ever seeing it in stores.
Okay, so if that ever pops into existence, I will give it a shot. Everybody, we have one more match today, so I'm going to have to let you two go. Is there anything that you'd like to plug, Mifa? Oh, by the way, you didn't get to see, but you literally kill Satan in one of the levels.
That's amazing. Now, for plugs, I'm just on my channel, Mifo Rivia at Twitch. I'm just going through the Fallout games right now with the first one at the moment. So if anybody's interested in that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, go check out Mifa. Check out all of the players here as well. And, you know, it's really cool when people come and cheer for their fans here in Twitch chat. I'm really excited when people come and support. So great job, Mifa. Seth, thank you so much. Fantastic job to, of course, our winner, Captain Drake. It was an amazing show that you put on, and honestly, like, it makes sense why you've won Mystery Tournament in the past. You did very, very well. Okay, I'll see both of you later. Take care.
Thank you, and have a good afternoon.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Well, everybody, I'm gonna have to stand up and run to the restroom real quick. We will be back with the last match of the weekend in just a couple minutes, so stay tuned.